What's up guys, Sam here, and welcome back to another Clash Royale video. Today, we're still in Arena 4 here, but I have switched up my deck a little bit since it was getting a little bit old, and winning battles with that was getting a little bit more difficult, so here we have a brand new deck. So this is it. So this deck consists of Goblins, Spear Goblins, the Minion Horde, Cannon, Arrows, Fireball, the Goblin Barrel, and the Giant Skeleton. So a friend of mine suggested this deck to me, however, I had to make a few changes, such as replacing the Zap spell with the arrows and a couple more things, which I can't really remember off the top of my head right now. But yeah, this deck has been working pretty well so far, but that's what happened with the last deck as well. So if I can make it to Arena 5 with this deck, then I guess this deck is a pretty solid one, because I've been stuck here in Arena 4 for a really long time. Earlier, it was like, with the Hog Rider deck, I got up to like, what was it? I got to 1311 here, but then I dropped all the way back down to like 1100. So yeah, that was pretty sad. So anyway, let's hope this deck does a little bit better, and I can finally make it to Arena 4 or 5, sorry. And it's not that far away here. It's just about a little more than 116 more trophies, but probably like 4 more victories in a row if I can manage that. That means I'm going to be in Arena 5, so yeah, so let's check out this deck. So the thing about this deck is that it requires your opponent to have either a Fireball or an Arrow, or otherwise they're kind of screwed, because you have this Goblin Barrel in here and the Minion Horde, so what you can do is you can toss both of them at the same time, and then your opponent would be in a little bit of trouble, because they either have to counter the Minion Horde with the arrows, or the Fireball, or counter the Goblin Barrel, so it could get them in a little bit of trouble here. However, I usually don't get them at the same time, but that is a really strong strategy here. It also has a lot of countering stuff here. So if your opponent has something that targets mainly defenses, or something that you need to stop, it's like a tankier unit and you need to quickly slow down. It has the cannon in there. It also has like really powerful air units such as the Minion Horde, along with like it also has the Goblin Barrel, which means you can toss units all the way to the other side of your opponent's on your opponent's map. It also has stuff like the Giant Skeleton, which if you can get to your opponent's tower can be very deadly. Or if your opponent tries to stop it with some beefy, high elixir, slow-moving unit, the big bomb from the Giant Skeleton can blow that unit up and cause your opponent a lot of damage there. So overall, that's basically the sums up this deck. So let's get into some battles here. So let's watch this one over here. We are playing against this guy whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce, mostly because I can't read it, from Clan Clash on. So let's check this out. Again, it's what I told you about the Goblin Barrel, just tossing it all the way on the other side of the map, so able to get a few hit points off that over there, since I was able to throw it all the way off to that side now. So it did a little bit of damage, and he's putting down quite a few units here to defend it. So it looks like he put down a lot of stuff. I will end up fireballing over there to kill that Minion Horde and the mini P.E.K.K.A. rather than arrows. I don't think I had the arrows available to begin with, and also the fireball would have helped the mini P.E.K.K.A. So now his spear goblins are easily going to be killed by my goblins over there, which are in return going to run over to his tower and cause a little bit of damage there too. So we're about even here. His witch is coming on in, and since she spawns a lot of units, I need to distract her, which is where this cannon comes into play. And it's going to deal with the witch just fine. So as for his Valkyrie, the Minion Horde here is going to deal with it and get onto his tower. However, he is going to fireball it, since he does have that in his deck. So here we're in the lead by about 200 hit points. Time to toss another Goblin Barrel over to his side, cause a little bit of damage because he just didn't have anything to defend it, since a lot of the stuff he has is high elixir. So here we were able to take his tower all the way down to 832. Things not looking too great for him over there. And we're tied elixir despite me tossing that Goblin Barrel, since I was ahead on the elixir game. So here we go, both resetting, waiting for each other to make a move. So here I go with the Giant Skeleton Spear Goblins. He's going to put down a Minion Horde and a Valkyrie, which is going to take my Giant Skeleton out. However, that will damage the Valkyrie severely, and the tower will easily deal with her now. So here our push might not have done much, but it definitely... his counter definitely wasn't able to get to our tower and cause any damage. So yeah, things still looking great. We only have about 800 more hit points left to do on his tower. Both are at 10 elixir. Time to do some sort of a push. So the thing I talked about earlier, we're gonna toss Goblin Barrel and Minion Horde at the same time. So yeah, let's see what he's gonna do. It's gonna do a little bit of damage to his tower, so pretty helpful there. Now he's got a pretty big push coming, so Fireball for the win, I believe. No? Okay, Cannon right now. I might toss in a Fireball there as soon as that Minion Horde comes out. However, I ended up missing it, but I have the arrows back, but his Mini P.E.K.K.A is gonna get one shot off, so I'm still in the lead by about 500 hit points. Time to put down another giant skeleton, and while he's going to try to deal with that, let's put down the Goblin Barrel, which is going to go straight to his tower while his prince is distracted by my giant skeleton. And we're able to do some mega damage there, all the way down to 30 hit points on his tower. And his prince is weakened severely by the giant skeleton's bomb. And these units over here, the air units, are easily going to take care of whatever little push he had coming. So now he's got Spear Goblins coming, Minion Horde, but I got the arrows and won the battle in the first few seconds of overtime because his tower was pretty much just gone. Anything like the arrows and Fireball could easily take it out. So that's sort of been a little bit of a trend here in these battles. I mean, the same here in this next one. That's, again, how I ended up winning. But, yeah, many of the battles with this deck have ended up going into overtime, just tossing fireballs or arrows on his tower and just winning it. So here we go. You got XZ box upgrade, and we're gonna start off with another Goblin Barrel here on his tower. He's gonna put the giant skeleton here to defend that, and some barbarians, which I'm gonna fireball just to steal off a few hit points over there and hit his tower as well. So yeah, now his barbarians coming in, putting down that cannon, distracting them a little bit, as well as Spear Goblins to deal with all this crap that's coming in from his side. And his Minion Horde will be taken out by those arrows. However, the giant skeleton got close enough to the tower, and that big bomb did end up blowing it up. But we're still almost tied game since that because of that first Goblin Barrel down there. And this second Goblin Barrel will also help me get a little bit ahead in hit points over here. So now he's got his little group of minions coming in. I'm not even going to bother defending them because there's no need to waste elixir on them. They're going to get off a couple shots on my tower. However, it's not going to do any crazy amount of damage. And again, still pretty much tied game here. So now is where things got a little bit rough since he put in a P.E.K.K.A down there. And he was definitely farther ahead in elixir than I was since I decided to use that fireball along with the giant skeleton. So yeah, the giant skeleton's fighting that P.E.K.K.A over there. It's not going to do much. Surprisingly, the big bomb from the giant skeleton also did barely anything to that P.E.K.K.A over there. So P.E.K.K.A is a really, really powerful unit. So right over here, things not looking too great for me, as all of his units over there have managed to get to my tower, just instantly taking it out using that raid spell. So my Minion Horde trying to kill all those things, but they're going to get a lot of damage off my tower, down to 1323. So now he is sort of out of elixir, so time to put down all the Goblin Barrel down there, along with the Minion Horde, which will pretty much take his tower down to 120. And now I knew I was still in the game because I could definitely fireball that tower in the next minute or so and easily take it out. Since I knew I could do that, wait, what the heck? Well, that was a bit random. It didn't even show me that connection error thingy, so I don't know why the heck it decided to reset over there. So anyway, let's ignore that ever happened, and let's quickly fast forward back to where we were. Completely random there. It didn't even show the connection lost bar thingies. I don't know, pretty random there. So anyway, I think we're almost there where we were, just like a few more seconds. Once his P.E.K.K.A barbarians managed to take my tower out, that's basically where we were. Alright, they got my tower, and I got my giant skeleton pushed on the other side. So yeah, this is about where we were. Let's get back to 1 speed, or double speed it quickly, until we can get back to where we were. Here we go, time to get back. So yeah, this is about where we were in the replay here. So again, now I'm going to put down the giant skeleton, spear goblins on this side, because I knew the right side tower was already mine. And I got a really big push here with the Minion Horde as well. And the Spear Goblins and the Giant Skeleton Bomb, which is pretty much going to wrap this thing up as it explodes and takes out everything. So now we're again in the same boat here. However, I have done so much damage to his right tower that I'm basically guaranteed victory here. So yeah, any little pushes that he's putting down here are easily countered. No issue whatsoever. And yeah, he's basically lost the game at this point, because his hog didn't do anything there, his giant skeleton didn't do anything. And now we're just about to run into overtime here. So yeah, things not looking good at all for XZ Box here. As I throw the fireball, as soon as we get into overtime, and steal the victory there. So yeah, just like last game, stealing it in the end there by just killing his tower using one of my spell thingies, I guess. What I think it's called a spell, isn't it? Well, is it info? Yeah, it is a spell. So yeah, using those to just clutch that victory there at the end, guys. So yeah, that is this deck over here working out fairly well here for the most part. Let's see how many attacks have I done with this right now. Okay, so I did lose that one, and that was just a troll deck. So yeah, I haven't really done too many battles with this. Uh, 4 of them so far. Oh wait, no, I've done quite a few with it, but yeah. Overall, been working out fine. Looks like I got a random connection error again, so before that lags me out, let's just wrap things up here. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, please do leave a like on it. That is greatly appreciated. Oh, here we go. We lost connection again, so whatever. If you have any suggestions, make sure to leave them in the comments section down below. And please do subscribe for more content.